Last year I hit the rails full-time for about 6 months. Things weren't working out back east, so I just left. I needed the perspective of being on the rails, and you could say I was running away, but I say I was running to someplace better, where I could live on my own terms. I'd done this before, but this time I brought a camera. I wanted to find out why other kids, people my own age, were traveling by freight, and what they get out of it. So this is the result, a collection of interviews and stories about the people who inspired me over those 6 months. Before, when I rode to the Hobo Convention in Britt, almost all the riders were old guys. I was interested in their stories, but couldn't relate to them. I had never ridden a steam train or been around before many of the railroads merged. This year, a bunch of dirty kids showed up. We had our own camp, called ourselves the Derail Kids, and maybe we weren't really hobos. But when it was over, we all got a ride to Mason City to catch the CNW up to Minneapolis.
Oh, I'm on. Okay, so like 20,000 people want to catch out of Mason City on this fucking train right here, and supposedly probably there's a bull down there from what I hear, and
you know how trains
yeah, they're
are
gonna.
Anyway.
I know how trains are.
Trains don't leave for. Oh, hi.
That's some of those cheese.
Trains don't leave for hours.
That's not always the case, though. Sometimes they put the power right on and things inside of there. Sometimes
So
it's
we
there,
already missed it then.
Sometimes it's there for 12 hours.
So we missed it already then.
No, we either missed it or we didn't. I'm just in no rush to go to the yard. You
Right.
know? It's like,
Well, don't feel any pressure on our account.
Never caught out with 19 people. I ain't never caught out with 19 people, and I'll bet you I probably never will in my life ever catch out with 19 people. You know? Maybe I'll walk with 19 people down the yard, but I have very, very little confidence that me and 19 people are gonna get on a fucking boxcar in that yard over there.
Unlike a lot of yards that are right next to the main line, it kind of goes off at an angle, and there's sort of a big section of forest, and if I remember right, I'm camera shy. A big gully in between the main line and.
All right. I want you, and Dave Little call the shots.
Oh, I would say the suggestion to go just north on the main line where the hobos were saying the jungle. That sounds like.
So I think we should go back out to the road, walk that 3/4 of a mile that Collinwood told us to walk, and then come back into the yard. Because Collinwood told us that we needed to go to where the tracks cross the main road and then walk 3/4 of a mile, maybe a mile, up and then go into the yard, and that's where we should catch out. And we haven't even walked 1/4 of a mile now. You know, we need to go another 1/2 mile.
I should find out where, because somebody's saying that they back the train out south end of the yard and then switch the unit, hook them up, and then they go. Let's find out that spot where they get those units switched up. The train's going to be behind it, and wherever they switch the units, that means they're going to park the train right there until they get the units up to the front. So wherever that is, I say we find out about midway where they hook up the units and hang out about where midway down the length of the train would be, so we can see the whole train and figure out where we're going to get on.
And I looked down to see, or make sure I'm not shitting on my mud flap, and there's this spotlight coming under my ass, and I looked back and getting back into the flashlight, dude, watching me shit. And I'm like, you fucking sicko. I'm like, no, leave me alone. You know what he's on, watching the poop come out.
Oh, that worker?
Yeah, and they were sitting there, and then, like, the next, like, this worker comes over, so they all get quiet, and they all kind of hide, and he's the next car, and he just gets between the cars, and he's like,
Miss the moment.
Miss the moment.
Now, go. Now it's gone.
Gone and lost forever. Miss the moment. Now it's gone.
going into that yard. That's probably where we'll have to go to get out. It's going into that yard. I ain't going in there until the sun goes down.
Why wouldn't we
come through here?
Well, maybe he's breaking up.
So I thought if they go in that yard, they'll have to back out and then come back on the track?
Yeah, he might be breaking up, though.
All right.
That's true. Dropping some off. Unless they pull in there.
I don't know. It's like the color of Dumpy.
You feel that going in there?
Sounds like it's coming.
Good. Shut up.
Here comes Dad. Oh, yeah, it's coming. All right. Let's go get your train.
Everybody's butterflies are gone. Now the anticipation sets in.
Listerine before?
Oh, yeah, all the time.
I don't want to do it. I did a full mint one time. I didn't do it again.
Yeah, well, you gotta have to stop selling it for it. What's your name, bro? What's your road name? Swede is my name.
What's your name?
Swede. Swede.
Squeeze?
Yeah.
Alright, that's Little Bear.
Little what?
Little Bear.
Little Bear.
David.
David?
Yeah.
You need to Jay.
Shoot by Jay.
Yeah, we'll be in there in a little while.
About 8 hours, 10 hours.
No, less than that. You'll pick up speed. It's got 4 units on it now.
Yeah. It's a good box. It's not a rattler. Yeah, is it all on the way up? Is this a rattler when it gets fast?
Oh yeah, it'll get a rocket. Oh yeah.
We got an empty box car on that ass. How long did you sit down there?
4 hours. See what they had? They had a bad wheel. They had what they call a hot wheel.
Oh, Hot Wheel, did it glow?
Yeah.
I seen one glowing red at night one time.
Yeah.
They get hot.
And then that's what happened. They had to pull that thing off of there. Minneapolis right now. Yeah, it's been a long while since I've been back. So I've been traveling all over.
There are another 2 or 3 up there. Hey man, one thing if a bull did try to fucking interrupt this party, man, he'd have so much fucking paperwork, he'd be busy with fucking
Yeah, I think I know. What do you mean I get macho?
You're
I
like-
never...
Macho. You're just like,
What do I
you do. You don't mean to, but you just like your whole
Fuck.
tone of voice and everything. It's just
I don't know.
like you get really macho when you're drunk.
Macho. Cuando soy baracho, soy muy macho. I kind of like it, because then I'm not, you know, it's like I got some people to ride with now and shit, because, you know, I've ridden with some of the older tramps, and a lot of them I like and stuff, but it's like, I don't relate that well, as well with a lot of them as I do with a lot of the younger kids, because, I mean, shit, I'm a young kid myself. I mean, I'm only 23, and, you know, I grew up in the whole punk rock thing and shit, and, like, you know, most of these kids are all, you know, like, you know, punkers and shit, and, you know, living on the streets and everything.
Why do you think they're out here?
Why do you think they're out there?
On the road.
You know why? I'll tell you why they're on the trains, because if they get on the highway and stick their thumb out, most of them won't get picked up, just like me. I mean, that's just straight up why they're on the trains. Why they're on the road is because for some reason or another, you know, the whole movie of their life or whatever, you know, path went to the streets. And, you know, one thing about the streets is it really sucks to hang out in the streets in the same place all the time. You got to keep moving, you know. There's more, you know, it's a network all over. And plus, you go different places for different reasons and stuff. And a lot of it's seasonal, you know. It's like, say, you know, like Minneapolis. We're right here in sunny, warm Minneapolis in the summertime. But, you know, I imagine it might get a little chilly here in the winters. Like, I wouldn't want to be here in the winter because I'm, you know, heaven forbid, I might even have to wear a sweater. I might even have to wear some mittens, too.
Is that favorite sparkling water beverage? Can I open it and taste it?
Yeah, sure. I suppose.
Even has alcohol. Oh, it's alcohol.
That you got the champagne.
Pop it open your bubbly. Oh.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Take care.
Kaka. Thanks, guys. Have a good day. I'm ready for my close-up, Mr. David. mutual usement. You agree to use each other, and you have a relationship with a train. I'm using you, you're using me. I don't know what they use us for. I haven't figured that part out yet, but we use them for a free ride, and I think that if you're going to ride a train, you kind of have to respect it and fear it because you know it's bigger than you. A lot of these stupid kids who are out here now are just drunk assholes who are out on the streets because they think, oh, society, this, and they really don't even know what the hell they think. They're just like, I'm going to drink, I'm going to get drunk, I'm going to do whatever the hell I want, I'm going to be an anarchist, I'm going to be a punk rocker, and I'm going to hop trains because it's the cool thing to do now. So let's go get drunk, hop a train, break into it, go to jail, no big deal. You know, Mom will bail us out tomorrow. And that pisses me off because they're just ruining everything for us. You know, they're, I don't know, I can't say us because, I don't know. I guess you get a stupid crowd in every single crowd. You know, there's a few people in every crowd that make everything bad.
So while I was in Minneapolis, I stayed at the Rig Ranch where I met Dumpy and Tosqui. I had heard of Dumpy's legendary dumpster runs, making huge deliveries to some of the co-op houses in Minneapolis.
He knows where the whole route is. If you want to like try to get up on a bike, and you can go with Tosqui, I'm gonna have to go over to Carrie's, because Carrie's gonna give me some paves, and then I can swing over to Diego's. You guys can go dumpster dive and try to get away. Porque me voy, yo tengo cosas a hacer. Tú puedes ir con David, y puedes ir los dos buscando basura, porque tú sabes los basureros aquí, y puedes ir con él, y puedes buscar, y me voy a otra cosa para pegar mis cosas, y si puedes buscar, porque tal vez voy a decir bien. Pregúntalo acá, casa verde. No, I'll come meet you guys here like maybe in about 2 hours or something like that. I'll go run down, do this, and then like feel up better, man. Feel less stressed out. All right. See you later.
Es muy divertido viajar en tren de carga en México, pero también es muy, no sé, ¿se puede decir que es peligroso? Si tú viajas... ¿Ah?
¿Por qué?
Porque hay gente que te roba. Lo que pasa, la economía de México es muy mala. Es bullshit, ¿no? Pero mucha gente también anda viajando para robar, ¿entiendes? Mucha gente viaja porque trae droga y también la mayoría de gente pues es de Sudamérica que quiere venir a Estados Unidos para el clásico sueño, el sueño de Estados Unidos, ¿no? Vivir en los Estados Unidos. Mucha gente viaja también en tren de carga de Sudamérica, de América Latina, de Brasil. Yo también antes 3 años quise cruzar la frontera por lo que era Nuevo Laredo. Y también conocí mucha gente latina con una historia. Cruzamos nosotros la frontera por tren de carga, mucha border patrol. Nosotros nos metimos por una de las máquinas del tren por abajo y también corrimos 2 kilómetros corriendo como 1 hora. Después de 1 hora dormimos un rato porque la migra nos estaba persiguiendo.
The first hop that I ever did.
Yeah.
From Salt Lake City, Utah to where were we going? We're going down to Las Vegas to go eat free food at Circus. But yeah, it was incredibly easy because there's all these old tramps with like one leg and they're all drunk and staggering back and forth and we figured if they could ride then we could as well. So yeah, it's an easy place to hop from for sure. ¿En qué parte? ¿A dónde recibimos la caca?
San Luis.
Yeah, we're in San Luis,
hasta...
Mexico, and we're trying to catch this train with maybe two other friends, and there's a whole bunch of like little gangster kids hanging out. So we passed by them and we kind of skirted around them and we're waiting on the train, and we were arguing. Tosqui and I were arguing over where to catch it. And like I thought it was over here, and he thought it was over there, and so he decided to walk past the gangsters by himself, and he had like this little pack on and just like punk rock shirt and like a pair of pants, and then all of a sudden like 10 minutes later he was running back. He got like this hole in his pants, like where they cut him with a knife, and like smelling like shit, and it's because like the gangsters like asked him for a light and then like popped him and like stepped in shit and then put shit on.
Cuando me estaban robando, uno de ellos me pegó en la nariz,
yeah.
Y después otro me golpeó, y cuando yo vi blanco, cuando estaba blanco me veía que me estaban quitando mi ropa, pero no entiendo, porque mi ropa es verdaderamente sucia, mi chamarra era verdaderamente sucia. Y uno de ellos me tenía un cuchillo aquí, y uno de ellos pisó caca. Me dice, oh, por tu culpa pisé caca, y me la embarra en lo que es los zapatos y el pantalón. Y después me querían quitar con unas tijeras los tenis, pero
Después me querían ellos quitar los zapatos, unas botas, y no querían porque estaban llenas de caca. Y dijeron, no, las botas no, porque están de caca. Y eso, la caca me salvó. Salvó mis botas.
This is Lee. He does a great freight hopping zine called Something About a Train. The first time I rode with him, our route was a mess. It looked like the bellows of an accordion, but despite our bad luck, we stayed friends, and I rendezvoused with him and some people he was riding with this spring.
For me, being an anarchist, I see it as an anarchist thing, that when you experience something good and fun and outside of the law and sustainable and adventurous and all the other good stuff that goes with that, that you naturally want to turn that on to other people, if that means only a couple of friends, or if you want to do that in a wider sense. In the case of zines, it's definitely got a wider audience than just the people, you know, you're hanging out with or your friends. So there's the sense that, yeah, you're kind of putting this out there into the world as a thing to do. Again, to me, that would tie into that TAZ thing, the traveling autonomous zone. You know, you're really putting that out there as a practical way for poor people to get around. And in the circles that we all run with, I think that really, I know for me, bleeds over into the activist circles, people that are actively trying to change the world and make it a better place, but who can't afford to get around otherwise. So they go to actions, they go to rendezvous, they go to gatherings or first rendezvous, you know, anarchist conventions, activism of different kinds. That's something, you know, and maybe you could even make a case about people in our generation and in past generations kind of searching that out along with all the other Americans being very rootless and not having much culture. I think that's going to having more and more so, and so that's getting more and more homogenized. Rich there, historically rich, as well as currently rich about, you know, homogenized, generic gas and save America.
We went up to visit Cascadia Free State at Warner Creek. Warner Creek is the longest-running Earth First road blockade in the U.S. It had been up there 9 months. They were blocking illegal logging sanctioned by the salvage rider and a bunch of bums in Congress. Warner Creek was so successful, it inspired road blockades all over the western states. While we were up there, I hung out with Brad, Condor, Rez, and Adam, and eventually we ended up riding south together.
So much of the land out here was granted to the railroad by Congress so they could make money to build the railroad. And then they were mandated by Congress to sell the land at auction back to homesteaders, but they didn't because, like, the owner of the train lived next to the fucking owner of Weyerhaeuser, and their buddies lived on the same block.
The same fucking block.
And they sold all that old growth timber to Weyerhaeuser for like $9 an acre. $6 an acre.
Do I hear
fucking
7?
Sick.
No, 6.
$6 an acre for fucking old growth.
Okay, I'm buying this one for $6.50.
Husband Mikey would travel with a huge backpack, fucking a guitar, a fucking boombox, fucking like 2 gallons of fucking water, and like to see him get on a train was fucking hilarious. He's like running, all this shit's falling off of him. He's like trying to put it on the train, fucking jumping on it. It's fucking ridiculous. It's like, I don't see how people do that shit. I carry like 1 suit of clothes, fucking sleeping bag, bivy sack, and some water, and a little bit of food. And that's it.
Log, my brother told me about, he was hopping freight trains with people that had a canoe.
They had a canoe. A canoe?
I got that guy. Watch this.
I mean, what are you supposed to say about freight train hopping? It's you go in the yard, you get all stealth, you hide, you fucking wait for the right train to come, you jump on it, you fucking hide until you're out of the yard, you get there.
It's pretty much like doing backwoods actions.
Exactly.
Yeah, pretty much like doing eco-defense. You got to be stealth. You got to break laws. Got to have fun. And sometimes you don't have fun.
Yeah. Sometimes you like get arrested.
And sometimes you get arrested. Yeah.
Yeah.
It feels good.
Brad, you're kicking it. Damn, you're looking good.
You're the new media slut, boy. Where's your Earth shirt?
Yeah.
It's really a way of redistributing goods. Like redistributing the goods, like from a company that doesn't even know they're fucking distributing the goods. Like the transportation, that's the product, and you're just hopping along for the ride. It's just like stealing.
Yeah, I think the thrill of defiance is definitely something that is empowering, you know, breaking laws, taking back what is rightfully yours from corporate bastards, and not having to expend money on cars, on you know, paying for transportation, getting what you need for free, which is rightfully yours anyway. And that's like where I'm at. I probably wouldn't ride freight trains as much if I wasn't poor, you know. But I like the thrill of it, you know.
But, you know, this is our job here, and the freight train is our company car, you know. And this is our flag, you know, Americans. Today is the 4th of July.
Oh, yeah.
4th of July.
4th of July at Warner Creek.
Yeah, and so, I show due respect. Oh, shit. Is flag gonna be strong enough?
How appropriate, it doesn't burn.
It's the fireproof kind.
Oh, shit.
Hey, don't set the forest on fire, Holmes.
I can set the forest on fire. That's what the fucking arsonist did and the Forest Service did.
I pledge allegiance to the flag. States of America.
Ain't it cool how it turns black?
The connection between activism and freight trains is kind of like the connection between poverty and activism. If you're a full-time activist, you probably don't have a full-time job. And if you don't have a full-time job, you don't have a car. And you don't have money to take the Hound or fly, so you use the low roads. You hitchhike, you carpool with friends, and you take trains when you have to. But it's also fun and, you know, raises your spirits, and sometimes it dampers your spirits, but you still come through it stronger and feeling like you can go on and take on corporate greed again, you know.
So who's winning this war?
We are, because we're still here.
The trees are definitely winning right now.
The road's losing.
The road is losing hard. The road is fucking blowing out all over the place. Yeah.
It's a rough world, huh?
10 months.
Yeah, it's a rough world.
10 to 0 or fucking rough to be a road.
It's amazing how the woodpeckers and the erosion are the road peckers and the erosion. Yeah, it's weird how they like spring out of fucking nature. It's like they thoroughly just attack the roads. It's like crazy
uncanny.
fucking. They got like red beaks and shit.
White man came across the sea. He brought us pain and misery. He killed our tribes. He killed our creed. He took our game for his own need. We fought him hard. We fought him well. Out on the plains, we gave him hell. But when it came to much for free, oh, will we ever be set free? Riding through those clouds and barren wastes, galloping hard on the plains, chasing the redskins back to their holes, fighting them at their own game. Murder for freedom, the stab in the back, women and children are cowards attack. Run to the hills, run for your lives, run to the hills.
Look at the sun. You got the camera on. Look at the sun. What am I doing? Okay. I
Oh,
can't
where are
narrate
you
that.
guys? Where are you?
We're in Wilmar, Minnesota. We went 3 hours the wrong way from Minneapolis. Yeah, towards the west, and it's really cold, and everybody ate half their train food already. And right here, they told me to look at the sunset, right, for that, and I totally thought he had a camera that took pictures. So I was waiting for him to take the picture. I didn't know he had a video camera. That's funny. There's Seven's head. She's looking out. It was a really pretty sunset, and this is us in the Chicago train yard because...
Oh wait, it's not Chicago. We're getting on the train to go to Chicago.
Okay, this is in the lacrosse train yard. We're getting on the junker to go to Chicago.
How come you, the camera person, didn't get on the
Yep. Okay, there. And what lake or river is this?
This is the Mississippi.
Yeah, see, I can't narrate this. This was so long ago. There's Karen. Karen is a beautiful woman.
Have you seen her since?
Oh, wait a minute.
She did beet harvesting and came back and stayed with us. There's Seven's big floppy arms. And there's that guy Monkey looking back. That guy can climb a tree like no other. There's Jeff giving the medal sign there on the back of the train. Yeah, I remember this part. It was really pretty.
What'd you do in Chicago?
Oh,
what was this?
This is the lacrosse train yard because we got off the train after the big electric storm and we were all soaking wet. We could wring our clothes out, so we took a nice 4 or 5 hour nap and dried out our clothes.
Wet, cold train.
Oh God, it was so bad. Thunder and lightning. And I had a t-shirt and shorts on, and I was just laying there on top of coal being rained on.
Why'd you go?
Because I wanted to go to, because I tried to go to Resist and Exist and have fun, and that was just complete and total bullshit, and I wanted to give another try to a festival and see if people could actually get together and get along. I went to a couple of really cool workshops, and everybody cooked meals together, and they made puppets for demonstrations and made a point without having to go completely crazy and go all rad. Going all rad. No, Active Resistance was great because there wasn't any punk rockers there. It was just a bunch of really cool people hanging out.
Where was it?
It was in Chicago. It's fun. And they had warehouses for you to sleep in, so you wouldn't have to go get arrested sleeping under bridges and be cold and get eaten by mosquitoes.
How many people do you think rode out to Active Resistance, like on trains?
I think a lot did. I don't know, maybe 50, 60? That's 1/10 of the people who made it here.
Why do you think so many activists are riding trains?
Because it's free, because you don't have to pay money into a transportation industry. Greyhound is expensive and it sucks. And freight train hopping is just safer than hitchhiking. Hitchhiking also kind of sucks too, in my opinion.
What am I doing here? Right now? Security. Yeah. I'm being
That's really bad.
Security.
What's your job here?
Keep this place pretty much free of the man and free of any troublemakers.
It's for Active Resistance?
Yeah, for those wacky anarchists that think they're going to change the world.
So what brought you to Active Resistance?
To meet a lot of like-minded people, I guess would be the thing, and to meet up with a bunch of friends and maybe learn a thing or two at the workshops. And I hate looking at the camera.
Okay. Me instead.
But yeah, just to have a good time and to meet a lot of people and to learn a few things.
So what kind of workshops have you been to?
I've only made it to a couple. I made it to the gender bender and the train hopping workshops, and that's it. Otherwise, I've been cooking a lot. I've been helping prepare food all the time.
Who's that for?
Seeds for Peace, I think is our, yeah, something like Seeds for Peace. And that's a lot of fun, just out there chopping. That's a lot of food. But
Are you going to the Peace and the Justice?
No, I can't. I made the money for it. Oh wait, I got a piece of money. Check this out. In despair, we lust. I got to stencil these, and then greed.
That's beautiful.
So, I did a little bit, and I gotta stay here, so I can't go.
Show up, I'm going to the East Coast, and then if Giddy does show up, kayakaking that little tiny island right there. There's enough room for a garden, for a fire pit. There's always shade right there.
What was your first train hop?
Plum River. I was like, I want to hop a train really bad, so we got out when we were in San Francisco, and two of my friends were like, we were going to New York, and two of my friends were like, let's go hop a train. I was like, I don't know, blah, 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 blah. I don't know, we hopped from Oakland out to Roseville, all the way up to Eugene, and we were gonna hop the High Line across, but I don't know, I can't remember what happened. I just didn't end up going. I've never been on the High Line yet. But I hate this, David. Why? Because I feel stupid. You were filming?
Yeah.
I didn't hear it going click, 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 click. Look at how pretty that is.
Trailer for sale or rent. Rooms to let 50 cents. No phone, no pool, no pets.
What do I think of the film?
Yeah, what do you think of the film publicizing it?
Shit, I haven't seen the film yet. I'd like to see it. I don't know. I suppose there's some people will see it and be like, wow, that looks cool, you know, and go out there and try to catch a train and like get their legs cut off or whatever, and all I can say is, oh well, you know, that's the kind of shit that happens.
Pushing broom buys a 8 by 12 4-bedroom. I'm a man of means by no means. King of the road.
The fact is, for people who do it for life, I mean, it's the reason they do it. It's, you know, it's like, you know, their life is a full-time job, and that's just a part of the job, you know, is nailing the trains. It's like the gypsies, they keep moving. If they stay, you know, the gypsies say that, you know, if they stay anywhere too long, then their magic runs thin, you know, their magic stops working if they stay anywhere too long, so they got to keep going to keep their magic, you know. It's like the magic won't work unless you keep moving.
Man of means by no means. King of the road. I know every engineer on every train, all of the children and all of their names, and every handout in every town, and every lock that ain't locked when no one's around. I sing trailers for sale or rent.